Hey folks, this is Jimmy here in Strange, Vermont with my stones. Late night or early morning. I'm always up at this time, which I'm sure most of you are. I have a crystal skull here, and for the longest time it's been sitting around watching me, thinking, and I've been wondering how to use it. It's not a small stone. It's not something that fits in the palm of your hand. Um, it just sits around and watches me and looks and takes things in. This particular skull has a humor to it, a humorous side, and that's kind of intimidating because he looks at you and he makes you wonder what's going on inside of him, if that makes sense. You can see I'm baffled by it. I don't know how to use this stone at all. And if anyone has ever used a large crystal skull, you probably know what I'm talking about. They're very confusing. Maybe they hold so much information that you get pieces and bits at a time, or maybe there's a different function for them. I don't know. I haven't the slightest clue. This here is a blue quartz wand. It's metallic on the outside and there's blue quartz on the inside. And it's also an image of one of our blue beings. This is like a fish god. Very powerful stone. It's another very large stone. And these blue people or beings that were here, um, they're probably very large in stature, I would think, because of the size of their stones. Their hands were bigger than ours. Some weren't, probably, but there were giants on this mountain. And these blue beings, which I call them, specifically left their mark on a certain part of this mountain. And there's a cairn back there with blue stones coming out of the ground, very large ones. And they seem to be centered around that area. And I call it a portal because um, that's the instinct I get about it. Things happen up here on this mountain. There are portals here, if you know what they are. I'm not quite sure. I think it's a way of energy um, connecting from above and below, and maybe a free flow of energy. Places like sacred sites do that. They naturally balance energy in the area, and people, that's why people go to them. Stonehenge is like that. That's a good example. Everyone knows about it, and people flock there at certain times of the year, and they all just show up. It draws them there. This place is like that. It's a mountain full of quartz, and there's an aquifer under it. That's not really what I wanted to talk about, though. See this painting with the hang glider? That mountain there is Mount Ascutney in Vermont. And on the other side of that mountain is a launch where you can launch your hang glider off of. It's 2,850 feet off of the valley floor. The mountain is 3,150 feet high. So you're a little bit below the top when you launch. And it's a half-a-mile hike to get in there with your glider and all your equipment from where you park. And the first time I flew that mountain with my hang glider was in the 80s, 1983, I believe. I started flying in 1979. The point is, for the 38 years I flew hang gliders, I suffered severely by having epilepsy, seizures, terrible seizures, life-threatening seizures. And, well, this is what I did. I didn't succumb to the advice of the doctors, who said, don't do anything, stay home. Put your finger in your ear and just stay home. That's what they told me. Stay home, don't do anything. Well, this is what I did for 38 years, having seizures. And I stopped having seizures when I moved to this mountain with the help of these stones here. Don't be a victim, is what I'm trying to say. Thinking like a victim will have you living like a victim. Freeing your mind, your body, and your soul. You're in charge of your life, of everything around you. And when situations try to turn you into a victim, that's when you put your positive energy to it. And believe me, that works. It works. It's hard to describe how it works. I've seen it happen myself, where you can change the energy in a situation, and it works. This guy here, see the image? You turn it, it's a cat. Turn it this way, man with a beard. There's another cat. This is a hand axe, I believe. You can see the fang right there. The open mouth. Beveled. You can see where it's been used. And I can't put a timeline on this anymore. I try to say thousands of years because of the elephant imagery and the wild animals, but who knows? Who knows what the timeline is? History is so confused and messed up. You can actually make your own timelines and be just as accurate as anyone else. There we go, folks. Don't be a victim. Use your power. Tell the truth, and truth will come to you. And to all those shamans and shamanesses out there, bless you all. Keep up the good work. This earth needs it at this time. We all need it. Positive energy. Change the negative to the positive. Blessings all from Paleo Mountain, Vermont.